chose NEA as an investment. Engine Yard chose NEA as an investor because they've probably got one of the best reputations in the Valley. They're one of the top 2 or 3 firms. Personally, I've worked with them before. I've had a great experience with them. They're professional, they're well connected, and they're substantial. We've been thrilled to work with them, and we would do it again in a minute.
Let me ask you, would you consider yourself an entrepreneur or a growth driver, or both? And this isn't for, this is for me.
For you?
I'm afraid of my question.
I'm creative enough that I can figure it out, and I'm focused on operations. I know how to make companies grow.
Okay.
It's what I do.
So, tell me how having a venture capital partner can enable you to come in and grow a company.
Good venture capitalists have seen the movie before. They understand scale, they have the timing, they have pattern recognition. And with the relationship we have with NEA, they can ask us the right questions at the right time. They can give us examples of solutions that have worked for other companies, and they can make introductions to other professionals, whether they're in other startup companies, other executives have been there, done it before. We find that sort of service and the relationship with NEA to be invaluable.
And NEA aside, what do you like about coming into a startup kind of environment with a young, fast-growing company and really kind of helping it hit its stride?
Building a startup company is exciting because you're solving a puzzle, and millions of dollars are spent a year solving. I think this is stupid, but I have a stepdaughter who one time came by and I was doing a crossword puzzle. She said, "What are you doing that for? It's just like homework." And I thought about it for a while, and she was right. And the reason you do something like a crossword puzzle is the satisfaction of solving the puzzle. And that's exactly what you get in a startup company. This is a puzzle. There's no lack of good ideas in Silicon Valley. There's a lot of lack of execution. So you got to start with a good idea, but then you've really got to execute. So for me, building the team, executing, sort of delivering on the investment promise is really what it's all about. And what's not to like about that?
I'd like to do that more times because I laughed. I didn't know if you were really talking.
I was talking, but it's true. That is true. That is what's great about being an entrepreneur.
Can I capture that maybe one more time?
Maybe. I'll get that out of there.
You have a great idea, and that's one thing, but what's really exciting to do is kind of taking it to the next level and completing the puzzle, so to speak. That's nice.
Being an entrepreneur is probably the best job in the world. You can start, you've got to have a good idea, but then you've got to build the company. You've got to hire the right people, and you've got to make sure the business model's right, and then you've got to execute. And that's really the exciting thing. Building a company, delivering on the investment promise, delivering the solutions to the customers, and growing a company. It's good for the employees, it's exciting for you, it's exhilarating for the investors. There's really no better job in the world. We create technology faster than businesses and consumers can use it. And what good companies do is they find ways to harness the technology to solve a problem, provide a business service, make a consumer's life easier or better. And when I was at Salesforce.com, I saw the beginning of platform as a service, cloud computing, and software as a service. And we've just begun. And the opportunity to really change the way businesses and consumers consume technology is just tremendously exciting to me. It's a change the world opportunity. It's why I'm at Engine Yard. I think this is decades going to be one of the best for entrepreneurship and for IT that we've seen probably in 30 years.
Well, if he's willing to start.
I can try and say it again, but I'll never say it twice.
That was perfect. But yeah, we'll try it again.
It is kind of a noisy environment, isn't it?
It's okay. Only when you're dissecting.
So you're probably noticing in the background a lot of noise. We're in an old space that Yahoo used to create some of its early technology. It's just an old warehouse here in South San Francisco, or actually in Soma, south of Market, and you get fire engines going by, freeway traffic, constant noise, but it's the perfect incubator to build great technology and solve great technology problems and build another wonderful company. It's why we're here. So just ignore all the background noise on the earlier recording that you've got. You just pretend that we're a startup company and that we don't have good sound insulation, because that's not what we want our money to go for. We want our money to build great software. Anyway, it's true. From my earliest days in the industry, and that goes back quite a ways now, I've seen technology develop faster than businesses and consumers can take advantage of it. So what you really need is creative, entrepreneurial startup companies to find ways to apply the technology to deliver the business or service in an effective way. It's a very exciting opportunity. We've developed a lot of technology over the last 30 years. I think this decade is going to be perhaps one of the most exciting we've seen. We had a slow decade in 2000, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, because my answer gets too long. The, In the high-tech industry, we create technology faster than consumers or business can absorb it. So what's exciting about a company is the opportunity to apply that technology to solve a business problem or provide a consumer service. What I saw at Salesforce was the beginning of cloud computing, platform as a service, and the like. And so what's happening now is the opportunity to take all that underlying technology and do wonderful things with it. That's what we're doing at Engine Yard. And I believe personally that the next decade, this decade, is going to be one of the most exciting for high tech and IT that we've seen in 30 years.